Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamchit. Thank you for joining me this evening. And to start our practice and our satsang off tonight, I'd like to begin by sharing with you another excerpt from my book, Kali Meditation, Book 3, Practices for the oldest form of Mahakali as worshipped in the Kathmandu Valley. And tonight we are honoring with a puja and a satsang um, Mahakali, really the sum of the forms of the Divine Mother who we've been honoring these last 3 weeks. I'd like to say namaste to Bryce, who's joining us right now, and anybody else who happens to be tuning in. Please feel free to say hello using the chat function on the bottom of your screen. And also, it looks like Jamie and Gail are joining us tonight as well. So once again, namaste and welcome. Mahakali, the mistress of the dance. The rite of Kalinak is performed during certain yearly festivals, especially the fall festival of Dashen, which is also known as Navaratri, the 9 nights of Mother Divine. In this rite, a priest assumes the role of the Divine Mother to bless the assembled community. It is night, and in a blessed enclosure adjacent to a field, shielded by a drawn curtain, the priest is prepared to receive the Divine Mother. He is dressed as part of a puja, a devotional ceremony, as drums begin beating to help lull him into a trance state. He is clothed in feminine attire red in color. A ceremonial sword is placed in his hand, and the goddess begins to enter him as a wooden mask is placed over his face. The Kalinak mask is the most important piece of equipment in this ceremony because it is charged with the essence of the Divine Mother. It may be carved in the shape of the gaunt face of Ma Chamunda and is painted red or orange with a crown of 5 skulls. When the rite is performed outside Nardevi Mandir, the mask is white. Other forms of Kalinak masks are blue or black, and the goddess has a long red tongue and a crown of 5 points. Sometimes, in either variation, the goddess's mouth bears 2 small fangs or boar's tusks, representing her fierce protective function. The mask slides over the priest's face, and he feels the strong possessive energy emanating from his third eye, Agnya chakra. His mouth contorts into a wide grin, and his tongue protrudes from his mouth. He begins to move to the beating of the drums so he can no longer control his movements. The curtain at the enclosure entrance opens, and the priest, now Mahakali herself, rushes onto the dancing field. She runs, jumps, dances in circles, and swings her sword, slaying the invisible demons of the community. Those assembled are blessed by the Divine Mother encased in human flesh. After several minutes, the priest begins to tire as the divine presence leaves his body. His arms go limp, and he begins to stagger. Several attendants come to his aid, holding him up as the mask is pulled from his face, and he's brought to a chair while one of his friends fans his face to cool him. Mahakali, meaning the great Kali, is the embodiment of all the goddesses. In her dance, she joins with humanity for a short while. The Kalinak ceremony reminds her children that the divine is present within us all. Jai Ma Mahakali. Jai Ma Mahakali. Jai Ma Mahakali. So tonight, our devotional image is a very special one. This is an actual wooden Kalinak ceremonial mask from Nepal. And this piece has a very interesting history. She was carved sometime between 1860 and 1900 in Nepal. And used in ceremonies there for nobody really knows, but somehow in the next 100 some years, she ended up in South India, where she was acquired by an antique dealer by the name of Albert Yap. And Albert Yap lives in Malaysia. And this mask was a very lucky eBay find for myself. I purchased her from Mr. Yap and his online store, Eternity Lifestyle. And some of the description of what happens to the priest comes to me. This is presenting this to you. This is firsthand information. When this piece arrived in the mail, I opened the box and found her in the box. And I just immediately placed the mask over my face, and I could just immediately feel her energy. My eyes went wide. There was this huge grin that formed across my face. My tongue came out, and I could just feel the Divine Mother's wild presence. So, this is a very special ritual piece that has truly been imbued with the energy of the Divine Mother, Mahakali, and she is the sum of all forms of Kali. She is the great Kali. And I happen to have another actual Kalinak mask. This is one that I acquired when first time I was in Nepal in 2010 from another antique dealer, this one in Kathmandu. And this is a very traditional Nepali Mahakali. We see the crown of the 5 skulls representing the transformation of our inner poisons into inner wisdoms. We can see her 3 eyes, and she is carved in the shape of the gaunt face of Ma Chamunda. And something I'm going to point out on this mask, which is rather interesting, are these little white dots along here. And those little white dots are actually there to represent smallpox pustules. And this symbolizes this Divine Mother's ability to remove illness from a person or from a community. And so this is a very special Mahakali mask. During the 6 weeks I was in Nepal for the first time in 2010, I only saw 2 of these masks, this one that I'm holding here, and the other one was housed in a museum. So Jai Mahakali. So during these previous 3 weeks, we were honoring 3 other forms of the goddess that are revered in the Kathmandu Valley. We've been breaking down the great Kali mantra known as the Navarna mantra, Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. And I want to read another excerpt from my book explaining this mantra, because we're going to use this mantra tonight in its sum total, just as Mahakali is the sum total of all the forms of Kali. So, Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche, known as the Navarna mantra. This is regarded as one of the most powerful mantras to both Kali and the goddess Durga. As the Maha mantra, also known as the Hare Krishna mantra, is held dear by the worshippers of Lord Vishnu in his 10 avatars, so the Navarna mantra is cherished by the followers of Shakta, that is, goddess-based Hinduism. And then I break down its meaning. Om, the infinite beyond conception, universal vibration. Aing, creation. Rajasguna, Icha Shakti, the power of will, the energy of desire. Mahasarasvati, or Svetakali, the white Kali. Hrim, preservation. Sattvaguna, Jnana Shakti, the power of wisdom. Mahalakshmi, or Bhadrakali, the benevolent Kali. Klim, destruction, Tamasguna. Kriya Shakti, the energy of action. Mahakali, or Ma Chamunda. Chamunda, the name itself, the slayer of passion and anger, and also can refer to what moves in the head, meaning our thoughts. Chamundaye, Y-A-I, means granter of boons. And then Viche is broken down. Vich, V-I-C, is the body of knowledge. And then Che is to do with consciousness. Viche can also refer to protection. So, in other words, when we recite this mantra, we're saying, by the forces of creation, preservation, and destruction, may the goddess Chamunda, Durga, Kali, purify our thoughts and give us knowledge or give us protection. In other words, or actually, this is the central mantra for the puja meditation outlined in this book, one I use very often, and was the basis for the Bij mantras used for honoring Svetakali, Bhadrakali, and Dakshin Kali these last 3 weeks. The mantra Klim functions as a Kali mantra, which is also associated, as I mentioned last week, with Kama, the Hindu Cupid, the god of love, also Krishna. Klim, therefore, reflects our natural attraction to the divine and the attraction to things desired to us. This syllable thus reflects a gentler form of Kali, one that desires to work with more intense Kali energy. One might experiment with a modified form of this mantra, Om Ang Reem Krim Chamundai Viche. And I invite you to try both variants of that mantra. I actually did the Om Ang Reem Krim version of the mantra. Would have been New Year's Eve, 05, 06, at the main burning ghat in Varanasi, and received just an amazing vision of Mahakali, who came to me that night and really told me a lot about my path from that point on. So Jai Mahakali, Jai Mahakali, Jai Mahakali. So before we go into our puja, I do have a couple of announcements. So we will not be doing a Friday puja and satsang this week because it's July 4th. And we happened, our temple and home is located in a neighborhood in Denver, Colorado, where a lot of people take their fireworks very seriously on July 4th. And it's just not going to be very conducive to lead a serious meditation when it's bang, 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 bang outside, sounding pretty much like there's a small war going on. But we will resume our regular programming beginning Tuesday next week. I'll be installment number 14 of our Kali for Everyone series, and I'll be honoring Guya Kali being the secretive Kali or the hidden Kali. So something to look forward to. And then we'll be doing the next installment of our Cho practice section the next coming Friday. So look forward to you joining me for both of those next week. So let us honor Mahakali. The sum of all Kali is the great Kali. I invite you to take a comfortable seated position where you can look upon your screen with a relaxed gaze and especially focus on this very powerful piece of art that I have in the center of the screen. Very old piece, very sacred piece. Notice the 5 points to her crown. as you breathe deeply. Notice her third eye reddened with kumkum powder, also known as tika in Nepal, for many years. And notice her tongue also reddened by the same substance. Small eye openings. Think of how many priests of Kali have looked through those openings over 160 years. And also note the boar's tusks on the side of her mouth. And as you breathe and as you focus upon this piece, I invite you to let go of the cares and the concerns of the day. The concerns of yesterday, the worries of tomorrow. And think of Mahakali's third eye and how it reminds us to bring our focus into the present moment, the here and the now. And as you breathe, focus on your heart center and begin to connect with that divine mother presence within yourself. Because the rite of Kalinak reminds us of that presence within us. And it's a presence that we can bring alive within us at any time that we have need. Let her guide you. Let her thoughts be your thoughts, her words your words, and let your actions be of hers. And if you like, think of some intention for tonight's practice, some part of your life that is ready for healing or transformation. Maybe some issue that you need the Divine Mother's insight. And you can also think of somebody close to you who's in need as well. And formulate a personal intention, a personal sankalpa for tonight's meditation. And slowly bring your palms together at your heart center. Let's open our practice by chanting the first 3 syllables of the Navarna mantra tonight. Aing, Reem, Klim. So deep inhale. Another deep inhale. Third deep inhale. Chumundai Viche. So let's use the Navarna mantra as our puja mantra this evening. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. And I invite you to chant that with me as I give our offerings. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. Taking some water from the spoon in your pot, in your water pot, cleaning your hands. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche with your right hand, anointing your third eye and your heart center. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. Then taking the spoon from the pot and placing some water on your altar. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. Taking the bottle of perfume oil, placing some on your middle or ring finger. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. Anointing your devotional image or images, and also your third eye. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. Taking up whatever food offering you have and offering that with your right hand. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. Having some allergies. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. Lighting your candle or lamp and offering the flame with your right hand. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. Placing the flame on your altar. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. Lighting your incense and offering it with your right hand. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. Offering a little water from the water pot to cool the atmosphere. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. And finally, offering flowers. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. And bowing before your altar. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. So again, I invite you to join me in the chanting of the Navarna mantra. You're welcome to join me in chanting out loud, or this can be a silent meditation where you're just listening to the mantra. Your eyes can be open and focused upon our devotional image, or you can close your eyes and go within. But either way, let the mantra and its power guide your consciousness to where it needs to be. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. 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 Om Aing Rim Klim Chamundaye 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 Viche. Breathe deeply. Feeling the powers of the mantra. Those same energies that energize the mask that you see before you. Feel them being integrated into yourself and working toward fulfilling your personal intentions. And feel them working to helping and to healing those closest to you as well. Om Aing Reem Klim Chamundai Viche. Om Aing Reem Klim Chamundai Viche. Om Aing Reem Klim Chamundai Viche. Namah. Jema. 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 Offering your mala. Offering another flower if you have one. Meditating for a time in a place of stillness, in a place of silence. Jema. 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 And taking a moment to once again thank that Divine Mother presence within yourself, knowing she's there with you always. And giving gratitude to yourself for taking part in our practice this evening, knowing you can chant this mantra and do this meditation again and again whenever you have need. And then finally, slowly opening your eyes. Namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me this evening. And Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Thank you. So I hope that you enjoyed that this evening. And I'm wishing you a wonderful weekend ahead, a happy and a safe 4th of July. Looking forward for you to joining us on Tuesday, 7 p.m. We honor Mahakali, the secret Kali. You're welcome to join, as always, live on YouTube. And you can always come in person here to our temple, 1260 South Xavier Street in Denver, Colorado. And once again, Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful night. Jai Ma. Thank you.